Welcome to 24 Holiday Tips for Savvy Homeowners, brought to you by HomeTipsForWomen.com. Join us each day as Tina and her guests bring you a holiday tip to fill your home with more joy and less stress. And now, here's your host, Tina Gleisner.
Welcome, everyone, to Holiday Tips for Women during this wonderful time of year. It's magical, really, but sometimes we can overcommit and get too tired so we don't enjoy the holidays. And that's why I wanted to share some of my thoughts as well as those of the experts I've invited to join me on these podcasts. I'm Tina Gleisner at Home Tips for Women, and I've learned that planning out your holidays makes a big difference, especially if you follow 4 Ds. The first one is delegate. There's nothing that says you have to do it all yourself. The second is it's much more fun to do things together, and the holidays is a perfect time to make those cookies, to even go to the grocery store with a friend or family member. My favorite is number 3, D, drop things off your list. There's nothing that says just because you've done something the last 5 years that you still have to do it. And even best of all, if you do the first 3, you should free up some time so that you can delight yourself with a few special activities just for you. Maybe it's coffee with a special friend each week or a massage. Remember, you're not just around to take care of everyone else's holiday joy. You're there to make sure you have a great time too. And with that, I'd like to invite our guest speaker. We have Linda Baca of Linda Baca Photography. She's a lifestyle portrait and wedding photographer, and she's going to give everybody some great tips on how to capture the most compelling photos of your holiday activities. Welcome, Linda, and thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm thrilled because, I take a lot of photos now for the website, but I'm always learning, and I'm sure everybody out there wants to capture great photos of the holidays. So have you got some tips to share?
I do. The holiday, to me, is just really magical, kind of what you were talking about earlier, and I just really enjoy the holiday. It's a time for everybody to get together, have fun, and just kind of, build memories through your photos. I would say that my tip number 1 would be is maybe plan ahead of time, maybe pictures of who you want to take. You have family, relatives coming in from out of town, maybe grandma, grandpa. Those are all important pictures that you want to have as memories. And I would think also in that same tip is maybe have a area of, your home or wherever you're having your holiday event, a nice background, whether it's the tree, your fireplace, and, just maybe have a designated area for the pictures. That's always nice to have.
Oh, what a good idea. I never thought, when you're decorating, I kind of look for one focal point. I've tried to cut back on how many decorations I put out. But you're absolutely right. Why not make sure you've got that one perfect place in the house for photographs?
Yeah, that way everybody can just kind of, take turns and you come over and everybody has a fun time. And then I would say my tip number 2 is just have your camera ready to capture all these memories. Sometimes, we're preoccupied with making everything perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I remember when my kids were little, you want everybody to look nice. You don't want the kids to get dirty. But you know what? Just relax, because when you look back at these pictures, you're going to remember the moments. You're not going to remember, the dress might look cute on your little girl or something, but you're going to remember the moments. And just that, to me, is the most important thing, is to be able to look at a picture and remember how you felt or how that person felt at the time that photograph was taken.
Right. And I wonder, because I know after running a handyman business, I always keep my camera on my hip. so that I can reach down without looking or finding a purse or anything. But I bet you not everybody has their camera on them.
Right. You're absolutely right. But, sometimes they say the best camera that you have with you, a lot of people take pictures with their phones nowadays. And sometimes that's okay. I always have my camera ready because that's just me. That's embedded in me. But, have your camera sitting on your, buffet table or in the kitchen and just have it readily available.
Almost the designated place so that at least all of your immediate family know where to grab the camera if they see a great photo.
You can even have the camera sitting over where you're setting your, where you're going to have your background, where you're going to have your pictures taken, whether it's the fireplace or by the Christmas tree. Just have it readily available there. So everybody's maybe running over there to take the pictures.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, and then now that you've talked about having that special area, is it important to pose people for the photos?
You know what? Sometimes it is, and I think sometimes it is not. I know families, especially moms, we want to have this nice family picture, and we want it, everybody smiling, looking at the camera, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's just how photographs have always been taken. I normally will take pictures like that because usually that's what Mom wants. We want to have a nice picture of the family, everyone, like I said, looking at the camera. But you know what? No, you don't have to be posed all the time. The important thing is to capture those memories. And sometimes if we're so busy trying to pose everybody, sometimes we miss those moments. And really that's the most important thing. It doesn't have to be staged. It just has to be real. You want those memories to remember.
Right. And I do like that, the new cameras as well as your phone, you can actually really watch what's going on, whereas with the little eyepiece and old-fashioned cameras, you can't.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Technology has come a long way.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Now, when I started, I meant to ask you, what's your favorite holiday activity?
My favorite holiday activity, I would say it would be decorating the tree. I think that really brings everybody. That really brings everybody together. But that would be my favorite.
Do you do that as a family?
You know what? We do. We do that as a family. I just had over the weekend a family that I went to go photograph, and they had 2 little girls, and that's what we did. That was their session. We worked it around them, decorating their tree. The little girls had a great time, and we, it's like family fun. I felt like I was part of the family.
Ah, that's really
cool.
Yes,
that's really fun.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any special ornaments that you absolutely love?
Special ornaments. You know what? I just have ornaments that I've collected over the years. I don't really have anything special. I usually, if I see something that I just really love, I'll just, buy it, and that's going to be one of my new ornaments. We did something really fun. We did something really fun at this family photo session this weekend. We had a ornament. It was a gold ornament, and it was one of those gold glass, not glass. Oh gosh, kind of like the silver. It was a gold ornament, and what we did is the dad held the ornament out, and the family was all together, and and I took a picture of the reflection of the family looking into the gold ornament. It was kind of fun.
Ah. So you could actually see the family on the ornament?
Yes. And the ornament, the tree was right behind the ornament. So when he held it out, you could see the whole family. It's kind of like they were mirroring, and they were looking at themselves in the ornament. So that was kind of a fun thing to do.
Oh, yeah. What a neat picture.
Yeah.
What a really neat picture. Yeah. So now as we approach the holidays, what's most important to you?
I think the most important thing for me for the holidays is really just enjoying my family. Like I said earlier, we try to make everything so perfect, kind of like what you were talking about earlier. We want everything to look pretty and look perfect, and that's fine because I love all that also because I love the holidays so much. But I just think the most important thing is spending time with family because, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to do this Christmas over again. But just making it special, and it doesn't have to, making it special doesn't mean having to, do so much planning.
Right.
Just kind of plan what you can, and
Special,
like you said, delegate.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was great. So if people wanted to get more photography tips, learn more about you, where would they find you online?
They can go to my website. I'm at www.lindabaca, and that's Linda, B as in boy, ACA.com. And they can also find me on Facebook under Linda Baca Photography.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your tips. I especially now have to rethink decorating and having that special photo corner, so to speak, in my home over the holidays. And I want to wish you and everyone listening to us to have a very, very wonderful holiday this year. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your listeners.
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today, and we invite you back tomorrow for another Savvy Holiday Tip. Be sure to grab your free gift at SavvyHolidayTips.com. That's SavvyHolidayTips.com.